I'm very excited to see this shift of angle in the conversation and a push for actually a low carbon economy across the board, which I think will be easier to push to the governments as well.
Hey folks, Flo here with Scaling Up 2024. This is our last interview. No, actually there's one more with Jeff Passmore himself in a moment. Aish, great to see you again. You were an observer last year and you're an observer again this year, but you join us in a different capacity, I understand.
Yes, well, it's great to be back, Flo. Last year I was a student, just about to graduate, and I sort of came in as a student observer this time around. There were like comments that I made about, youth capacity building tools that we need and all of that, and I'm so proud to be back actually being able to offer those solutions this time around, because I work with Leading Change Canada now, and we're a youth capacity building nonprofit, and we work on upskilling young people. We sort of convene them, we bring them all together from all over the country to provide different ways of connecting and working on different sustainability solutions.
So what opportunity do you see for youth capacity building within this bio or industrial bioeconomy space?
Yeah, so I think one of the opportunities I still see that is still very prominent is, just the airtime that bioeconomy needs to get. And I think young people are very good at sort of making our TikToks and like really get the ball rolling. Clean energy sector has done such a good job. Electrification, solar, wind have done such a good job at like branding themselves in a way that everybody knows. Like that's the first thing that we think about when we're thinking about clean energy, but like not so much the bioeconomy.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's sexier. Bioeconomy, biomass, like the first picture that comes into your mind is just waste products, and you don't really kind of want to have to deal with that, and like it's more like chemicals and all of that. So I think definitely there's like a little bit more that can be done in terms of like the image, and young people are uniquely positioned to rebrand the sector, and I think there's definitely that opportunity there.
What was your key takeaway this year? You did an extensive wrap-up. I think you said 40 pages of notes.
Yeah.
So what's the one thing that you think is most important?
I think it's our landscape's changing. Like last year, it was very much about the IRA, Inflation Reduction Act, and how the U.S. had like blown everybody out of the water with their policy, and now everything's uncertain. And especially with the G7 leadership and the summit being here in Canada next year, it's a unique opportunity for Canada to take that lead on bioeconomy and clean energy, low carbon sector. And I'm very excited to like follow the conversation to see how that goes in the next 6 months.
The other big conversation that's been going on for many years is the aspiration for this industry to have its own national strategy, sort of like we have a national AI strategy, for example. Is there still any hope that that's ever going to happen?
I'm no expert, so I do give that disclaimer, but one of the things that I heard here today and yesterday was, like a little bit of a transition from the National Bioeconomy Strategy to a low carbon intensity, low carbon economy in general. And so, there's been a lot of data on the cost effectiveness of a low carbon economy as well, and we've been able to see some phenomenal data in the room here. And so I'm very excited to see this shift of angle in the conversation and a push for actually a low carbon economy across the board, which I think will be easier to push to the governments as well.
And finally, how can people engage with you in your new capacity and leading change more broadly?
Yeah, so I am so proud to be able to create different unique spaces for young people to engage. We work with different corporate partners who support and sponsor our summit that's happening in February 10th, 2025 in Toronto. So we're always looking for partnership opportunities, especially if you're looking to gain that visibility and get in front of young people. And we get one of the most remarkable cohorts of young people from all over the country. They really are creme de la creme, and so reach out to Leading Change Canada, to me, and yeah, we can get that conversation going. We also do fellowship programs, we do coffee chats, and so there's a lot of different opportunities for you to get ahead of this Leading Change community, which is 3,000 people strong.
Okay, fantastic. And are you going to come back next year?
I hope so. Yeah, I'd love to.
All right, well, Jeff, that's up to you. Thank you very much.